Hello there, this is SD. We're going to run Slug A now. We won Mantis B on our first run of the new streak, and that was a reasonably comfortable run. This ship, most notable, it's got the anti-bio beam. The main thing with this ship, and it also only has 2 crew, but you do have upgraded doors, so that sort of helps make up for it, which is a thing that all the Slug ships have. The primary thing with this ship in the early game is to know when you can afford to do crew kills with the anti-bio beam and when you don't want to do that. I tend to find that you want to go into battles with these 2 weapons by default and don't have the anti-bio beam powered, and then power it up later if you can disable weapons. Now this sector is split almost exactly in half. I don't know that I've seen one this obviously split. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then exit 1, 2. Well, I wouldn't go there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It looks like there are more of them on the top, and we might be able to, towards the end, get civilian sector. I'm looking at this. Get nebula jumps towards the end. But yeah, I don't think I've ever seen one as cleanly. There's this big old dead space right here. I'm going to top side because there are more jumps. Yeah, that I've never seen that before. We will hail them to offer the assistance and try to shield their ship with ours. That's fine. Trade a bit of hull for some scrap. And great, our store is in a terrible spot. We're just ignore. I could go there to sell the slug repair job, but I'm going to just ignore it. Good chance that we don't get another store this sector, but it's fine. Okay, so we have an auto ship here. The breach bomb one offers a significant advantage against auto ships because, well, it can do breaches. Take this missile down. By the way, I haven't mentioned this, but I generally think it's better to have the second slug on weapons than on evade, because, especially with the breach bomb, having a little bit faster firing time is really, really good. You can sometimes shift them back and forth. Like, you know, keep them in weapons until yours power up and then run them into engines, and then you can sometimes, if you time it right, still get the evade. Anyhow, this ship cannot run anymore because we've breached the piloting, and they'll never get that missile back, so we've won, but we're only going to get a low scrap reward for this because it's an auto, not an auto ship, a forward scout. Okay, this is actually a training fight. It doesn't look like it. These 2 weapons, it's useful to know, they fire at 10 seconds exactly. And they always do that. But the laser fires before, or rather, they fire at the same time, but the laser travels faster than the ion. So it will never, ever be able to damage you as long as you ignore the weapons. So, let's turn speed hack on. I can't train weapons particularly. I'm not going to bother training shields either. We only have 2 crew. We also would only be able to train when... Actually, we would be able to train it relatively easily if this comes in quicker. I'm still probably not going to bother Flip you to around. I've discussed this fight with Mike Hopley a few times, and he thinks there might be some way that this isn't necessarily absolutely completely safe. Actually, I can train weapons here by using the anti-bio beam, can't I? He doesn't know that this is definitely absolutely 100% safe, but he reckons there might be some angle where hypothetically the ion comes in at enough of an angle that it hits the shield late enough to keep it down for when this next fires. But if that does exist, which we're not absolutely certain that it does, it's very, very rare. I'm kind of tempted to turn this back on later and leave it at speed hack 500% for an extended period of time just to see whether or not it ever happens. Okay. Both got that. Let's go here and let's do this. The only problem is that periodically our weapons are going to get ionized and we need to repower. Also, training with the beam does unfortunately make a horrendous sound. But yeah, I am actually getting shield skill at a relatively reasonable rate. So yeah, always keep an eye out in Sector 1 for this particular weapon setup. As far as I can immediately think of, this is the only set of weapons where this would be the case. And it's because they fire at precisely the same instant. If this were an ion blast, it would fire before and it would eventually line up in such a way that it would be able to hit. He's got shields up. Now, if you ever actually hit the weapons, of course, they would desync, and then it would be possible to take damage. So don't do that. Needless to say, we will crew kill this once we have got all the trading. Nearly there. Okay. Now swap you two around. shields are nearly there. I've got level 1. Stop ionizing my weapon. Very I assume, yeah, you're all the way Even with this annoying little issue, this is still pretty fast training, considering that I've trained 4 different systems on both of them. Without speed hack, this would be a matter of I would basically be lying down in bed watching something while this is left on in the background. Okay, that's good enough because I'll get that last bit. Getting the crew kill. You go over there. Got it. Shields up. We should be able to crew kill this ship as well. Although it kinda depends on what that missile is and how easy it is to hold down. That's an auto. No, it's not, it's a leader. I could try to crew kill this by getting them to board me twice, but given the solar flare is probably going to distract them anyway, I'll just use the anti-bio beam to finish the 2 of them off. Yeah. There we go. Sadly, I can't upgrade my shields because we are at a solar flare. Ooh, free weapon. Nice. That's pretty useful, especially, you know, like this, I can actually use that. Getting a free 1 power weapon early is very, very useful because it's extremely easy to bring it online and make yourself immediately stronger. This ship wouldn't be able to hurt me if not for the asteroid field. I can do that and make it safe. It's going to be annoying to crew kill because they have a rock. But I'll try to actually use the asteroids to pop the shield bubble and then hit with the anti-bio beam. That's a pretty good deal. That's max fuel and near max missiles. But we haven't made that much scrap this sector, so I'm gonna reject it. Cool. Go and investigate. We have a blue option from the slug, so we can assess their mental state, and we get a human. Do I actually have as many jumps as I need? I have 3 jumps before this. I think 3 plus the one in the nebula is fine. Of course, the exit is in a nebula, so it's not a huge deal if we have to fight a dive ship. We're going to attack the pirate here. And we're going to do another round of training on our human. It took us quite a while to start getting dodges there. I was quite confused. I think I want to keep, once this is all done, I want to keep my slugs in weapons and piloting and have the human in engines. Just because of mine. If one of them, if we're gonna have somebody get mind control to one of those rooms, I want it to be in engine, not in one of those other systems. I may eventually end up moving him to shield, depending on what other crew I get, how quickly I get them, and so on. I quite like having a slug on doors as well, because it's useful if you don't have mind control particularly. Having somebody on doors who can't get mind control is quite nice. Not as nice, obviously, as having them on piloting, but you can sometimes struggle with borders if your door control person gets mind controlled and suddenly you won't have the base level of doors. Okay, you get in here. Fortunately, this ship can't ionize my weapons, so I don't have to repeatedly repower stuff the way I was in the last weapon training Speed hack off. Nice, 30 scrap. Actually gonna buy a power bar here. I can still sell slug repair gel to get to 81 and thus be able to afford hacking if I don't make any scrap before the next store. That is my primary focus, especially since I've acquired a weapon, albeit not an absolutely fantastic one in the long term. I don't need to use a breach bomb in this fight. kidding. One of the nice things about this ship, oh cool, we get a combat drone. So one of the nice things about this ship particularly is because you start with level 3 weapons, which is designed to allow you to run dual lasers, anti-bio beam, it means that if you get early weapon drops, you can potentially just use them without having to upgrade your weapons at all. Like, the ideal is to get a flak 1 somehow, whether you buy it or get it to drop. And then you can immediately run flak 1 dual lasers, which is incredible. But, you know, you can do it with a burst 2, or a heavy 1, or in this case we've got an ion blast, any of these things. This is a double reward fight. And we can crew kill it because once we breach bomb those weapons, these mantis are not fixing him anytime soon. Of course, that does require the breach bomb to hit. Ow. I should have realized he was going to do that. Didn't matter though. I think actually we are getting caught at the exit, but whatever. We can hopefully do this without spending any breach bombs. Oh, you can see why I got confused there. That is very, very, very close. Should I upgrade? I'm going to upgrade my engines just once, just in case. We may well be able to just beat the ship. But alternately, if it's got really, really strong weapons, we might want to just power our engines, put a breach bomb in their weapons, and get out. And that appears to be the case. If not for this missile, we would be fine. But of course, if they didn't have the missile, they would have something else. God damn it, that's an Artemis. Oh, good. More missiles used than I would like, but... Did we get a fire in there? Yes, we did. Good. That should allow us to kill this ship, which will get us fuel. We could potentially crew kill this ship even, since they have a clone bay. And their crew can come back if we shoot that out. And we could leave them stranded on low health, but it doesn't get you any more fuel to crew kill. It would just be a nice flex. Yeah, this setup doesn't exactly deal damage very quickly. since the dual lasers are the only one of my weapons that's actually capable of dealing hull damage. Civilian. Okay, good. This one's layout isn't ass. Here, there, store. That seems like the way to go. We're very low on drones, and we would like to get hacking. On the other hand, we don't actually have it. This also uses missiles. I'm gonna turn it down. Okay, cool. We have a possible double reward. And we can crew kill it. Now, unfortunately, this is one of the rare ships that has 2 shields in Sector 2, because it's these light surveyor type ships are capable of doing that. So we'll need both dual laser shots to hit to do anything with the anti-bio beam. Out for the love of it. I think I missed that mantis. No, I didn't. This sort of ship can come with cloaking as well, and it can be very, very nasty if you encounter it and you're playing. I've once encountered a ship that had 2 shield bubbles and cloaking when I was playing Stealth B, and it was really, really gross. Nice. More crew. We're going to put you indoors. We should be able to find an opportunity to train you reasonably soon. Attempt to follow. More crew. Amazing. And where were all these in the Mantis B run? I think what I want to do is go here, store, there, and down. I won't be able to get all the nebula jumps just because of how it's laid out. Missile set afire. We may be able to pre-kill this. Especially since the solar flare is going to set fires on their ship, and that will cause some problems for them. Trying to fix the weapons. Gotcha. That drop is quite big. I can sell that at the store. I have quite a lot of stuff I can sell at the store, in fact. I have the combat drone, the defense drone, my Slug repair gel. Definitely getting hacking here. By hacking. It's not out of the realm of possibility we could get cloaking this sector, so I'm not touching that backup battery. Like, literally 1 scrap reward. In fact, we could actually do it even without scrap rewards, because we could sell the anti-bio beam and the Slug repair gel. But The backup battery makes it slightly more likely to appear. Let's see, 35 scrap. That takes me down to 79, does it? No. Minus 14 and then minus 21. Yes, that does get me down to 79. I would then be able to sell Slug Repair to get to 109, and the Antibio to get to 134. So I would need to get 16 before a store if I buy the backup battery, which is not terribly unlikely, especially since, like, I've already seen this jump. So I'm getting at least 2 jumps before it. I'm going to do it. I don't normally like early backup battery because I find it is mostly a way to spend scrap on power early, and I generally try to avoid doing that. I know some players who don't agree with me on this, and I had a discussion with this with Neozar, who's a very, very good player on current world record holder, in fact, on the Discord about this a while ago. It is a little bit reductive to just call it a way to spend scrap on power, but that is primarily what it does. And 35 scrap in the early game is usually quite a lot. But we've had quite a good run so far, so I feel like we can afford it. And now we can train. Let's say, well, these two are the ones who need to train. In fact, let's just move these crew that don't need training out. And we can train them on everything. Right. No. I typed in the new number, but I did not actually hit the apply button. Shields might be tricky to train here. The ion. Unlike the basic laser ion stunner combo we had earlier, this desyncs and therefore eventually the ion is hitting before anything else. On the positive side, when we come to train weapons, our weapons will not be getting depowered immediately. So that's something. Go there, you go here. Turn this off. They will eventually desync and allow me to get training for a while, then they'll resync, then they'll desync, and so might actually get some evade, so I might be able to get more shield skill by dodging the ion. Of course, I'm equally likely to dodge the lasers. I don't think it's probably worth it. Yeah, this is taking quite a long time. I might skip doing the shield training. I can always put one of my people who's already trained on shields in there temporarily until I find a more suitable fight. I think I will end up doing Yeah, neither of them have even got to level 1 shield training. It's taken me to full weapon train them both. Yeah. Let's end it there. Everyone get back to their places, except I think I'll put you on shields and you on engines. I want the human on doors because the person on doors I want to have on doors is the person I want to be able to run around to repair stuff. I obviously don't want that to be a Mantis. Ideally I'd have an NG in there, but you know, I haven't got an NG yet. If I had an NG, if I get an NG, I would put the NG there, the human in engines, and the Mantis can just wander around fighting stuff. Cool, we get a map. Okay, nice. We can get fights. I think that gets taken over. We can certainly get at least 2 fights for the store, and then fights mostly on the way out. Okay, we can do the shield training here. But first, let's murder this idiot. So the 2 who need shield training are the Mantis and this human. It'd be a little bit awkward to kill this. We want to use the dual lasers, because otherwise they'll just keep running to the med bay. I don't know what level their med bay is. Of course, they have an NG to fix it, so it doesn't necessarily help me that much if I say knock it out. You're the one who doesn't have shield skill yet? I know you're the one who does. You are the one who doesn't. It may actually be easier to kill this by breaking the oxygen. I'm actually going to do that. It also shows off a useful technique for crew killing that doesn't require having special equipment. So what we're going to do here, if we just break the oxygen now, they'll send the NG in to fix, which that's not a great idea. We want the Mantis fixing. So let's Ion Blast, shoot shields. It's actually useful that we missed once. And then let's dual laser the oxygen. I don't know if it's level 1 or 2. It looks like it's level 2. So yeah, that's good. The fact that it's level 2 is kind of annoying, because if we get a fire in there, one of the times we shoot it out again, they'll run the NG in. But what we should now be able to do is just sit here. This Mantis is going to take forever to fix it. They'll eventually get 1 point of repair on it, and we'll immediately break it again, and we'll do that 3, maybe 4 times, depending on whether they have any dodges, and then they'll run out of air. Firing the Ion Blast after the lasers, because I want to minimize the whole damage that I'm doing. But it does still mean that if one of the laser shots misses, I can ionize the oxygen for 5 seconds. That's not long enough to completely keep it offline while my lasers recharge, but it's most of it. And while the oxygen is damaged, they won't just go to the med bay because there's no air on the ship. They would prioritize fixing the oxygen. If there's no air on a ship and every room on the ship is undamaged, they will actually just go camp in the med bay. And then you need to break that to get the oxygen kill. Which is mostly that happens if you're doing ion chain on oxygen. There we go, they're dead. That means there has been oxygen drained in that room enough for them to take damage. they've also been taking damage from the laser, but NG is not fast enough to fix that. Oh no, that is still there, good. 2 more fights and then stop. This, on the other hand, we can kill very easily. Actually, let's put the crew in the positions I initially wanted them in. You get deleted. There we go. Sadly, that was just a medium scrap reward. Going to ignore that. Hopefully we don't need to spend any more moves at the level 2 mind control, which is a little annoying. Also annoying is that that's a low scrap reward guaranteed because forward scout. Okay, there's cloaking. There's some other cool stuff here, but I'd really love to be able to buy the heavy laser too as well. But, like, cloaking basically means that I don't lose the run. Get some repairs. In fact, let's get all the repairs. That exactly takes up all my scrap. This weapon setup is going to be a little bit slow against 2 shield ships, but soon enough we'll have, you know, full cloaking hacking cycle, and then it won't really matter. We're not surrendering to slavers. We could try to crew kill. Oh, I should have hold to that. We could try to crew kill this ship. I actually want the guaranteed high scrap reward here, so I'm intentionally not going to. That is an ion bomb. Shoot that mind control before they harass me with it again. No. Buy a power bar. We'll buy another power bar for cloaking in a moment. Then I'll start upgrading those systems to level 2. For security. More slavers. I'm going to try to do this without hacking. We'll see. I suppose the big danger against level 2 ships is just I could end up running out of missiles. But by the time that would be the case, I would have level 2 hacking, and I will be able to potentially hack shields if I really need to for a few fights. And we can probably get another weapon in the not too distant future. Nope. only have one jump left, and sadly I can't go to one of the jumps that has a ship detected. I picked the wrong one to go to, seemingly. Ignore, it's probably a trap. It wasn't. Oh well. More civilian sectors. Just check my tracker. How much scrap did I make in those? Yeah, those are pretty good. I made 185 scrap in Sector 1 and 145 in Sector 2. As well as getting drops in each sector. And this has a gigantic fucking nebula. That's going to shut my engines down, but I'd rather keep the hack to disable this missile. Love of God. 3 in a row. Four in a row. You are so fucking aggravated. Five misses in a row. Fuck off. I just know that if I shoot another one, I'm gonna dodge it. I can't even. I'm not shooting anymore. I'm not gonna try crew killing this. They have an Artemis missile. They have a med bay. They have an NG. Well, that single-handedly made this weapon setup quite precarious. Well, at least we got a good reward. Did we see a store? No. I'm gonna go take a break for a moment. Okay, we're back. I have recovered from that particular bit of tomfoolery. I now need to save scrap for a weapon because I was kind of hoping for these 2, 3, 1 power weapons to last a little bit longer, but I wasn't anticipating blowing half our missile stock on a single ship that we still didn't manage to hit. Okay, it's an early coffin ship. This is good because this is a double scrap. And we should be able to actually crew kill it. Assuming we can hit it, of course. Okay, good. Yeah, that big missile is not coming back anytime soon. They don't have that long. Nice. Okay, no store. Let's go here. If I don't see a store at one of these, then I know that we're not going to see one until we go into the nebula, which is useful information. We absolutely cannot do that. I just remembered now that we turned one of those down earlier in the in the run, and it's a very good thing that we did, because we would be exceedingly low on consumables if we had them. Take 2 more jumps and then stop. Take 1 more jump and then stop. See if we can tag the shield, because I don't really care about them using the chain laser on them. Okay, good. We've got a fire in there. Let's swap over. We can probably kill this now. Welcome aboard, Phillips. Do you have any weapons? You do not. How annoying. Well, this is a huge nebula. I'm going to actually take the level 2 piloting. That's a bit greedy, but I think we can afford to do that. I'm also going to do this. Since I have the anti-bio beam spell, I can still afford any weapon in the game. I won't be able to get a store if it's there, but any other jumps I'd still be able to do it. There's guaranteed to be at least 1 more store in this sector. We will attack the pirates. If we hack weapons here, we can split these 2 up, and that hugely reduces their danger. Let's do this. That'll let us shoot shields first, which can reduce our missiles. Might be able to kill this. Since they're sending a mantis to repair their weapons, that is a useful little thing. Yep. And we will actually kill the dual laser here. Nice. That sells for quite a lot of scrap. We would actually be able to go there, but there's no store anyway, so why bother? Probably not going to these bottom nebula jumps because they're really not good spots for me. Not if I want to find another store. There we go. 1 bomb. Like 1. Nice, more stuff to sell. I'd hit this one probably, and I don't know whether or not I'd then be able to come back and hit this. Probably not. Well, this is very unlikely. Pilot. Weapons disabled, now I can shoot the shields. I shouldn't need to use any more missiles, which is good because I am down to 2. I don't think they've been getting any this sector. Fuck! Glad that we dodged a bunch of those. That was like 4 or 5 shots in a row, really fast. Front of the ship. Give me my low scrap reward. Missiles. No, of course not. Okay, this is a double reward fight. And conveniently, they only have 1 shield bubble, which means I don't need to use my bomb. I shouldn't need to hack either. And I should be able to crew kill this, because they're rewarding me again. You lot go and rush in. Just to get the mantis in there. That probably means I can't crew kill. Maybe. This human does not have much health. Never. That doesn't sell for very much, but it does still, the amount that we can sell it for is still greater than what we would get for doing a crew kill. Show me a flak. Okay, the heavy laser 2 is back. I'm going to get that this time. We could buy a drone system. We have crap loads of drones, but none of them are drones that I really want. The anti-drone is the only one that's kind of good. Now, let's upgrade my weapons first before I spend any scrap on anything else. I'm gonna get rid of the anti-bio beam at this point. So, I'm gonna buy these. I don't think I'll buy any missiles because I'm currently not using the breach missile. When I've recovered some of those, I can switch back onto it. Well, there's a sensor station. That would give me a map, which would be great if I wasn't about to leave the sector. Shoot those 2 and then split them. That's more like it. Okay, now we can start working on getting the cloak hack cycle into play. I mean, we're sort of already doing it, but level 1 cloak, level 1 hack cycle is not that. It's certainly not the more or less impervious thing you get from having them upgraded. Stupid fucking thing. gonna actually dive here. It's a nebula dive. I have the cloaking hacking, so it's a guaranteed fight. I'm not sure where she is. I think she went back into your place. But maybe she's wandered downstairs. Sorry, we're just discussing the location of the cat. Hack anything, it'll be the med bed. Let's actually do that. I can never do this. Bloody hell, how highly upgraded is that med? I can't kill this because I don't know whether they're going to run in here. I don't know why he left that one. Resist. Okay, well, I need more power for this, but that can come up next. Those are going to burn out. Good. In fact, they may abandon that room completely because, yeah, if you get 4 fires in a room, they stop even trying to put them out. Which is great when it happens with the weapons. It's one of many reasons that hacking weapons is so strong, because, you know, you get a fire in the time it's taking them to batter down the locked doors, the fires start spreading. It's the odds that they get to that stage where they'll just not continue fighting. This is also one of the reasons that the Heavy 2 is my favorite weapon in the game, just because it can do this kind of crazy fire spread all over the place and you get crew kills out of nowhere. Not that getting a crew kill here matters, since dive fight. But I'll do it anyway, just to show them that I can. Ow. The shield's going down, never mind. Off to the Mantis Sector. Damn. We have 1 scrap, so there's no point going there. Jettison the pod. You can lose crew to that event. It's worth taking if you have a clone bay, but we don't. Destroy and loot the ship. We don't need to hack this. This ship is not very dangerous. We can probably crew kill it. Depends on the ball. Yes, come and fight me in the med bay. There's a fire down here somewhere. I'm not exactly sure. Well, you know, I could have crew killed this, but I think they dodged too much. And they also bombed my weapons repeatedly. I guess I should have been running my engines. That would generally help with dodging. Fuck off. Whatever, I was getting stealth repairs right. That's definitely what I was doing. Crew-wise, I'd really like an NG just to round my crew out and have somebody who actually knows which end of a wrench to hold. But these Mantis and humans aren't really up to standard. It's the Mantis ship collectors. If you see this line before a fight, you can let them run away and they'll have a second fight where they are guaranteed to drop a weapon. So we're going to do that. I also think I can get away without hacking here. The only danger here is the heavy laser is highly likely to set fires, and this is one of the only ships in the game that is all Mantis, and therefore is quite bad at setting fire. I'm actually, on that basis, going to use the heavy laser to pop shields. One thing about this ship is, you'll notice they went to jump him and it basically immediately. And that is a specific thing about the ship collectors. That's quite harsh, man. After them. That Mantis should feel really hard done by, or should do if they weren't dead. Okay, that's the ship collector's quest. Should I take these top jumps and go to it? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I might be able to get more there, but probably not. All seems about even to me. I don't really care that much about finding a store in this sector. I'm trying to just get my upgrades so that I have my full cloak hack cycle, and then ideally 100% cloak dodge. Free stuff. Download the data stores. Probably do this one without hacking. If we need to, we'll hack to split the weapons up, but with a long crew, I think we can get away with it. Yeah, especially if we do that. Unfortunately, they may now do that. No. Long enough they could hold their weapons and fire them together. Good. And no more cloaking for you. There we go. We've got cloak hack cycle. Also, we can do this and get 100% cloak evade. Very, very good. Now, it's worth noting that the Mantis ship collectors in this phase of the quest they do run away again. They're the only Mantis ship in the game that runs away. They're not as immediate this time when they decide to start running, but they are pretty fast still. Also, they are going to board you with 2 Mantis, even though Sector 4 ships don't normally send 2 crew over. This... Fucking hell, that's a really potent ship as well. We are definitely cloak hacks like this. Little son of a bitch. Vent them into our med bay. Let them fire these 2 basic lasers. Use the whole cloak. Good. Okay, very nice. Ah, I engaged that hack a moment too late. Fortunately, I dodged enough that it didn't matter. The fuck? Okay, good. Now, a useful thing in this fight, they offer you 1 surrender offer, which in this case is a halberd beam that we're going to take. But if you go finish them off and blow them up, you do get to re-roll the weapon, so that is very useful. If you get, you know, if this were 21 scrap and a repair bomb or something like that, I'd re-roll it. But in this case, the halberd beam is great, and even if we decide we don't want to use it, which often I do decide, so I'm not a big halberd beam fan, but even if we do decide that we don't want to use it, we can sell it for something else. I'd rather, given that the heavy 2 and the halberd beam sort of serve the same purposes as being, you know, heavy damage weapons, I'd rather buy something that allows me to get through shields like a flak one. We would dock and try to rescue the survivors. You can sometimes get crew that way. We didn't this time. Okay, I want that heavy laser 1. And we can use that instead of the ion blast. I think at this point that we sell the breach 1. I mean, the breach bomb 1 is a very good weapon, and we can't get it back if we can get rid of it. On the other hand, I can use the ion blast to help me get through shields. It gives me a blue option that I don't currently have because I have no NGs. If no other options come along, I will upgrade and use these plus halberd beam. That's a level 8 weapon system. So I would probably have to hack shields if I'm doing that, and I prefer to hack weapons for security. What's your specialty? We can't afford that and wouldn't want to anyway, since we already have the 2nd level of piloting. That is substantially cheaper than the... What the fuck? That is substantially cheaper than the 3rd level of piloting, but I very rarely buy the 3rd level of piloting, and I particularly don't when I have a slug pilot. Sure, we can give up 5 missiles. We no longer need them. Let's cloak hack cycle this missile. Now this missile, which is an Artemis, is fast enough that we can't cloak hack cycle it indefinitely, but we can do it mostly indefinitely. So when this is at about 3.5, it's fine. That's about 7.5 seconds from when we finished cloaking, so it's got about 12.5 seconds left until it comes back. This hack lasts 7 seconds, drains 7 seconds worth of charge out of their weapons, and by the time it ends, the cloak is just about cooldown. And meanwhile, this cloak lasts for 10 seconds, which is pretty much long enough to get the hack off. So we just wait and engage it again at the same moment as last time, when it's here. We could potentially lock out of firing, but I don't think we really need to do that when we have 100% cloak effect. And yeah, we would have to be basically frame perfect to completely lock them out of firing. Frustrating. This ship is guaranteed to have no more than level 2 piloting, so if either of those heavy 2 shots had hit, piloting is down, probably permanently, so there's a good chance it would have breached. Yeah, you can see I can't quite continue this indefinitely. It will eventually be able to get through, because level 2, cloak level 2 hack, the math don't quite work out for it. If I had level 3 hack, I could do it indefinitely enough. Okay, good, that's hacked and breached. Why did I say hacked? That's broken and breached. So our shots will now all hit. Which means we can shoot at the weapons. And that's the power of the cloak hacks. Let them cloak. We'll hit the cloaking now once they come out. And yeah, this fight is a good example of why we really like something like a flak. Flak dual lasers to clear shields and the 2 heavy lasers to smash enemies is just really, really powerful. I'd like to upgrade to use this line quite soon. We are unfortunately not properly equipped for this mission. We need a teleport or some other crew-killing specialist weapon like the antibio beam that we sold to do that. What's on fire? It has to be one of these, most likely. Yep. It's not in any of the systems, so it has to be an empty room. kind of tempting since our consumables are all quite low, but I want more scrap. Get this online and now we can go and explore the nebula. We have the piloting blue option for this. We get another cell bait drone. Oh, this whole bit doesn't actually join the rest of the sector, so I guess we'll go here and then down. Let's do this. This is one of the ways that the cloak hack cycle can be defeated is if you have an enemy that has two different types of missiles which are independently able to damage you. I'm much more worried about the weapon that can directly deal me hull damage rather than the one that can indirectly deal me hull damage in this fireball. It's annoying that hit, but it hit me in the med bay, so hopefully we can put that fire out. You dirty little shit. You did that and then you switched roles. See if we can get a proper volley off. Don't really care about these reaction machines because they're not getting the rounds back. Once breached? Oh no, they're not, so they might get us back. Now I'm gonna try doing this one without hacking because they have no shields. It's okay, sweetie. There we go, there's the store. Take 2 more jumps. One moment. Oh, lovely.
Not bad.
Yes. I almost. That's not Mark, is it? That's Mark is the one taking the picture, presumably. I was gonna say, I almost don't recognize Mark without his glasses, but no, that's just not Mark.
That's Patrick, who was with us. Right. I'm going to pack up the cat if I find it.
Okay. Woohoo! Free stuff. Hopefully we can get a last system here. Ideally, mind control. And some sort of weapon that fires a reasonable number of shots to eventually replace this ion blast. Since we have the plug blast to take out their evade. We actually shot that missile down. I prefer the flak one because it's an extra shot, but we have a little bit of time to potentially find that. Hail the refugee ship, sure. We have 2 more sectors. Hopefully we can find a flak or a burst 2. Crew kills. Move in and examine it. We find nothing. Rebel stronghold. Let's go. There are more stores in NG, I know, and I would like to find another weapon, but I don't really need to. I can win the whole game with these. And Rebel Stronghold sectors can be very high scrap. I do, however, now want to upgrade my shields because double drone ships and even triple drone ships can be found in Rebel 6. I would like to find the under construction flagship, but I don't have any particularly easy way to do that. You're going to get a lot of incidental crew kills with all these weapons that can cause fires. All 4 of our weapons can cause fires, in fact, and we have mind control. You know, this... They don't really have a counter to this. Now, I'd like to find the constructor flagship, and I know it's not in the nebula, but I think I'm going to hit the nebula jumps anyway, because honestly, I have no good way. Like, if I stumble into it, good, but I don't have any way to actually find it unless I get a map. Yeah, it was definitely not here. Yeah, this is the sort of ship that I'm concerned about when I'm pushing ship upgrades. I cannot just cloak hack cycle this, and they have double ions, which is very concerning. Yeah, those asteroids taking my shield bubbles down are quite annoying. Why? It would be better to have the 3rd shield bubble here. You get in there, you have pilot ready. Now you go in. What the fuck is up with my mount? Oh my god, you won't go in there. You stupid fucking asshole. Nice guns. Let's see if I can take this piloting out. This is another one of these ships where it's guaranteed only level 2. If I can take it out with some of my first shots, which I can, then I don't need to cloak. Cloak hack. And maybe we can take that out. I could buy any weapon that I would want here, because if I see a burst 2, I'll sell the burst 1 for any other weapon I can already use. Also, it'd be good to get some fuel. Okay, long-range scanners. Let's go and see if we can find... That could be the construction flagship. If it is, we may not be able to get there. The scanners, interestingly, reveal the details of beacons that you saw before you actually had the scanners, which is kind of weird, but it is how it works. I know they're running, but these are strong guns. We want to just hack into these. Now we can take that out. Don't quite have enough power for this yet. We can fix that in the next few jumps. Yes, we found it. We would have just found it naturally anyway, because this is definitely a beacon I would have gone to. It's a bit late. But it's fine. Currently we can't take any damage. The same cannot be said for the construction flagship. This will give me a very welcome infusion of consumables. If we're lucky, we might get a good weapon. Okay, that's a decent weapon, but the whole one is just inferior to the burst one because we're using it as a shield popper. Buy some power. Now we don't need to go to jumps like this, because we know we've already seen the under construction flagship. So let's instead take as many fights as we possibly can. This is another one we're going to try to do without hacking. So there's less need to do that now. We've got those extra 5 drones. can't hurt us at all. Let's make them murder each other. Keep this down, but otherwise we have to do this. I may actually need to attack. They're going to keep running in there. The fact that their anti-personnel drum, which is what was running in there, takes so long is actually hindering us. I'd rather that they just ran to defuse it. And then 2v1, they might actually just kill the first person that we might control. Yeah, like that person almost dies, but doesn't quite. Tried this a couple more times. The fact that they have effectively 4 shield bubbles is particularly annoying because it makes it difficult to time it out. Popping that or else it's going to be impossible for our mind control. There we go, that got 2 of them. We'll take more damage from the fires. We just need to do that again. Got it. Try to rescue the crew, and we get some free crew to join us. I think I want to take this path because I can take these nebula jumps. I can maybe get up here. It's a shame that this bit of the sector that came after the constructor flagship is so oddly laid out, because it means that I couldn't take that much advantage of the 2 free jumps. But sometimes that's how it goes. Shouldn't need to hack this ship either. One of these weapons out, we're going to say. Oh, our timing is messed up there because of the order in my weapons. Let them get 1 point of repair and then make the murder jump. Gotcha. Good. Even though this Combat 2 is quite dangerous, I'm more worried about this missile back in the The Combat 2, I think, could hypothetically put together enough shots to damage me on its own, but it would need to put together fast shot after fast shot after fast shot, and they would all need damage. The missile, I only need to fail to dodge Manually search? No. Go like this. Definitely want to have at least 2 shield bubbles up with this stupid thing. The danger here is that if I damage their weapons, they may pull another offensive drone out. In fact, that's highly probable. No, apparently not. That's This is my general preferred strategy in low power battles, is to start with my own low powered weapons. powered up and take up their offense and then turn your shields off. It depends on the ship. You might not. If you're relying on your multiple 3 or 4 power weapons, you shouldn't do that. Sometimes you don't have a choice. But if you are in that situation, low power weapons are quite dangerous. I know some people who despise low power battles. My opinion is that they're the best designed hazard in FTL because they teach you how to play with low power, which is just a general essential skill to have if you want to get good at the game. They teach you that you don't need to have everything powered at once. Cloakers, these two die. Let them repair one lever. Depower these for one lever. I want my shields to not be so badly ionized before I jump out, so... There we go. Up to the exit, we can take one more jump and then come back. Sure, I'll take that. Is it worth taking a distress beacon and diving? Yeah, at this point we can safely deal with dives. Let's get level 3 cloak hack for absolute security. Yeah, like that's very worth a dive. Weapons are a bit icky. Let's hack them. When engaging a high-level hack, you generally want to do it at the last available moment, because that way you're letting them waste time charging it all the way up, you drain it all the way down, and then they have to charge it all the way back up again. Controlled fire. Yeah, those weapons are never getting fixed. It's awfully bold to send more people onto my ship. Go Slug A Run. Slug 7 when we have long-range scanners is pretty sweet. We will attack them. These two do not look like they'll be very good at putting out fires, I have to say. The rocks will be, but they're presently on my ship. Sadly, I can't strand them on my ship because I've already used the cloak. But I can't make them murder each other. I might not be able to actually get all these guys because I need to damage too many of them. Okay, that helps. They still don't have enough. Oh well, no good. Getting all those fires in there actually wasn't helpful. It stopped them from boarding me a second time. Normally the, many fires you get from the heavy lasers are helpful for crew kills, but not so much there. It also didn't help that I didn't use my weapon hack on the first volley, which meant I had to cloak, which meant that I couldn't kill the rocks on my ship. Oh yeah, this ship particularly is, I want to wait until they board me again, but this ship when you weapon hack is always particularly vulnerable to crew kills because this oxygen room is very, very difficult to get to. So if you can just keep their weapons disabled and then break that. Mind control you. Good. The NG is dead, so they don't have anyone that's any good at repairing. See if we can shoot this out before they revive. It's not enormously important if it does. And we can pick this idiot off at our leisure. Any useful augments? Any good weapons? No. I mean, there's a good augment here. So this is a good augment we already have. There's two other stores in this sector because Slug, Home, and Controlled sector always have two stores within the nebula, and there's 50-50 of one outside the nebula. Since we've encountered one outside the nebula, there are definitely two more in the nebula. So we have a good chance of being able to find strong weapons to help us out. Never jumping back. Yeah, they're not fixing that anytime soon. I do actually need to be wary of this chain ion, which would eventually spin up and get through my shield. Not if I do that and there's a fire and they're fighting in the Mantis. NG's not coming back, that means nothing's getting fixed. I can blow you. Not really. I want to get you to fight each other. he does, I can trap him in this room and he'll suffocate. And if he doesn't, he'll suffocate somewhere else. I can, because of mind control, I can make sure he can never fix the clun bag. Take the Mantis 25 seconds to fix one system level, and the mind control's cooldown is 20 seconds. But it looks like they're not even going to try that. I think they'll breach it or fire. Probably a breach. Yep. Ooh, a stun bomb. I'd like to get to here just to see if there's stores up there before those beacons get taken over by the rebel fleet. Get closer. What's wrong? Pay the agreed upon price. Sadly, we get the bad outcome. Often you can get a fight there, and then subsequently you can get like some cheap or free power afterwards from the slugs. But you can also have that happen. Gonna skip this fight because the only beacon it would see, we already saw that beacon earlier. We will attack the ship. We will attack this stupid double missile having enemy. This ship has no medical units. I would kill it quite straightforwardly. I've really gotten used to doing this. To let them get 1 point of repair so they'll actually run in there and fight each other. They'll most likely bring one of those missiles back when they do. I can walk them back offline again pretty easily. Go here first. Okay, this is the most dangerous event in the sector. There are going to be 2 slug boarders here, but we have a lot of crew. I don't feel the need to... I probably should have actually upgraded my med bay here since I have loads of scrap that I'm holding on to for no particular reason. But it's fine. I can stop them from ever damaging me, and we have enough crew to just overwhelm our borders. Shoot their shields, since their weapons are not very dangerous. There we go. Now we can get a big old set of shots in on the weapons. There's no point trying to kill this ship. You get a high scrap reward regardless. There are no weapons here either. I might as well hold off in case I can find the third. The third store is at one of these 4 jumps. And now there's no point getting that medical unit buffer upgrade because that event can only happen once a sector. 2 of these. We will use the long-range scanners for our blue option and get some free stuff. Would you like payment? There's about a 50-50 chance that that option turns into a fight. Let's squeeze out some extra oxygen. Their ability to bug for a while. I might as well take this before the storm. Diving in the exit either way. There might be some scrap here. There isn't. You could hire Slocknog, but you could also just ignore him and then he... Now that is fun. His skills actually improved there. He was being too modest and underselling himself. The great hero Slocknog. Go into doors, noble hero. Yes! Okay, there are no weapons at any of the stores in this sector, but... I fucking love stealth weapons, and I especially love them with guns this fast. Let's do this, and... we'll hold our scrap in case of a store in Sector 8. Dare fight the hero Slocknog? You fools! You'll be crushed by his sluggish mind. No wonder you ran. Easy kill on the dive shit. And we're off to Sector 8, which we will crush. I don't really need a repair station, but I might as well go to one just to make sure I don't run out of... So, this is one of these ones I mentioned in the previous run, where you have to crew kill to get more than the low scrap reward, because otherwise there's a battle raging in the distance and you basically get a message that says there's not enough time to strip the ship properly. Our ship is pretty good at getting crew kills because it fires. Timed that slightly wrong. By we, I obviously mean I don't know why. I have a tendency to collectivize the references to FTL runs. Collectivization being a thing I generally support. And these guys will burn to death. Cool. So yeah, it says there isn't enough time to salvage the enemy ship. So this is actually only a medium reward instead of a high reward like you usually get for crew killing. This and weapons slightly delayed because of the fight in there. Messed up my timing a little bit, but it's fine. Also, they have this defense drone too. Use cloak now. We can fire our weapons perfectly safely because of the stealth weapons. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a chore to actually get through here. What? Really, this is only 7 shots I'm firing at them, and they have what could be considered 5 or even 6 shields, depending on how they line their defense drone shots up with my staggered volley. So it's not too surprising that they're heading into trouble. There we go, we finally got a shot through. Bash my head to myself. There we go. Now, unfortunately, they have no shields, so we can probably stop that. Especially since there's a giant fire in their shield. We're maxed on power, so upgrading stuff that needs more power is not that valuable. This is another not enough time event. There's a good chance that we can do this since, yeah, we can get fires and that Vulcan needs time to actually sync up. System repair drone makes it a little awkward. It's going to put the fires out. And to occupy a slot that would otherwise be occupied by somebody who would deal damage to this human. Fortunately, the anti-personnel drone killed him anyway. See you down, and we can get all the humans fighting each other. Gotcha. Might as well take this repair station and back to the base. Do that. We can power all the engines by doing this and running a backup battery. Okay. It's annoying that that guy is stunned, but let's still mind control him so we run out and go into shield to stop being stunned. Now we want to try to get some fires in that shield. That seems good. This from good. Fires murder each other instead. Excellent, we've got them exactly where we want them to. Let's let this guy run and make sure he doesn't die in the fire or inside him. And once the cloak ends, we'll end this phase. Doesn't get any better in terms of phase 1. Start with our power like this. But now they cannot target me and they'll be long dead. Stealth weapons. Oh, do this. There we go. Start out like this. I actually can't spend this scrap. We're not that far off maxing out. We're like 220. We're about 300 scrap away from maxing out, which is pretty good. It is possible to max out on hard. I do it every now and again, but it requires a very good run. Again, this was a very good run. It requires an incredibly, ridiculously good run. That was actually a little bit early. But it doesn't matter. Shields. Well, give us time to power up our weapons. Oh no. Advanced AI system is Let's score. I'm thinking mid 6,000s, but yeah. 6643 is a very, very strong one. That's a lot of beacons. I feel like we had 2 or 3 civilian sectors with really big nebulas, and that always is hugely helpful in ramping your score up. So, we're at 2 now. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh good, Slug C. So we'll stay on the Slug theme next time. I hope you enjoyed the run, and I'll see you for Slug C.